It's time for Sunbelt Conference Baseball on ESPN as we welcome you to the campus of the University of Southern Mississippi. It's midweek college baseball across the Sunbelt Conference here at Pete Taylor Park in Hattiesburg. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth as the Southern Miss Golden Eagles hosting the Privateers. I'm Jason Baker alongside Cliff Russell. And Cliff, for the Privateers, had an 8-game win streak going into last weekend. Battled but lost all 3 ball games against Lamar as they come into tonight.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about this Southland Conference. We saw Southeastern last week, Jason. This week it's New Orleans. They go on the road to Lamar, lose all 3, get swept. On this other side, Southern Miss goes on the road to Boone, takes on App State. They get a sweep themselves.
Yeah, and this is how the standings are shaping up in the Southland Conference for New Orleans. They're sitting a bit right in the middle of the pack. You mentioned it earlier. It's a conference this year, maybe making a bid for 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, he told Coach Norris, he doesn't have to tell us, this conference can play some baseball. You see those 3 at the top right there, similar to the Sun Belt, kind of a 3-headed monster at the top.
Yeah, and this is the Sun Belt Conference standings for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles is where they sitting at second place currently in the Sun Belt Conference, right behind Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, a couple big weekends coming following this midweek matchup, Jason. You got Arkansas State coming into Hattiesburg this weekend. The last midweek game this week, Coach Oz seemed pretty happy about that, didn't he?
Yeah, he certainly did, and sure did, as he walked into the dugout pregame today, excited for that final midweek contest. That's what's on tap here tonight. We'll have the Privateer batting order when we return. Dax Norris's Privateers batting order runs down like this. It's the man in the 3-hole having a year, Cliff. Bryce Callaway, hard-hitting first baseman for the Privateers.
Yeah, he does it all, Jason. He was first team conference a year ago and well on his way to doing the same thing now this season.
You see 389 average in the conference, third at that position, 12 homers as well. On the bump tonight for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles, it's a freshman arm who's getting used to this role in the midweek. Ty Long with another midweek start.
Yeah, he goes back to the freshman, Jason. As we've seen the last couple weeks, the plan, I would imagine, would be to throw several arms at this UNO offense.
Yeah, going to shape it up as the final tune-up, if you will, for midweek. The stretch run of conference play right on the horizon for this Golden Eagles ball club. The defense that will play behind Southern Miss, and it's been spectacular of late. Matthew Russo has been fantastic. 100% fielding percentage over his last 10 games. Yeah, this is 100th at-bat of the season. 1-1 slider, deep into 6-hole. Pratt quickly off the turf. Is it in time? It does. It beats him over it. Another one. This one slapped through the 6-hole out in the left field in front of Davis Gillespie. Alexander Saunier does before transferring to New Orleans. Curveball here. Callaway trying to stay back. He has lifted this up high and out of here. A 2-run shot. His 13th of the season. And he got the curveball again from Ty Long, and he didn't miss it, Cliff.
Yeah, you can see the power on display here early, Jason. It's a breaking ball, as you said, and he just stays back, puts the barrel on it over center field wall there for the quick early lead for the Privateers. Keeps those hands back right there. If you're Ty Long, you got to get that ball down, or at least on the outer half of the plate.
106 off the barrel of the bat, 413 feet later. Back to New Orleans this season. 2-2. This is lifted out in the left field off Ty Long, right in front of Gillespie. Third base hit of Ty Long runs the 2-seamer in on the hands. Quickly Pratt over to Monastery for 1 to throw to first in time. Inning ending, 6-4-3. DP turned by that Golden Eagle defense, but it was the big fly from the big. It's the Golden Eagle batting order that will begin at the top with Jake Cook. This is a ball club leading the Sun Belt in batting average at 295. Cliff.
Yeah, you see nobody featured there on our broadcast, Jason, but you could really close your eyes and just kind of point in the middle of that lineup. Those guys still getting it done. Monastery, Russo, Pato certainly drive that offense.
Hitting over 330 in their last 10 ball games, even better over the last 5. Hayden Odell will be handed the baseball. The junior lefty, Dax Norris, says he's growing into this role. He has been the midweek starter for them throughout this season.
Yeah, it said he continues to get better. Look, Jason, they're 7-1 midweek so far on this season. Their only loss coming to LSU. Hayden O'Dell, a big reason for that.
Yeah, you see what he did against Tulane back on April 15th. Tristan Moore out in left field, highlighted by Dax Norris, said, hey, the stick has been great, but it's been his defense that has impressed me the most. Cook gets on top of it, chops it. Moving over is now Truey, and he'll get Cook in time. Bang, bang, play it. Tries to go inside, misses. Here's a board over at first via walk. Russo right back up the middle. Truey grabs it himself. His throw's in time. Inning ending 6-3 DP to end the first. New Orleans on top, 2-0.
Comes back with the off-speed right here.
And he does. Puts the wrinkle to it. Ty Long gets a strikeout of Colin Husser. There's one away.
Yeah, that's two really good breaking.
Some talks very early as this ball's kind of slapped out in the right field, right in front of Carson Pato. That's the fourth base hit of the night. And he basically thought as the runner takes off, this is slapped out in the right field as Carson Pato slides over. The runner is going to be doubled off. Nice play by Carson Pato on the heads up play from the right fielder. Russo was ready. That's it for the top half of two for the first AB of the night against Hayden O'Dell, and it's a chopper over to second base. Colin Luke's got it to Callaway in time. Made 11 appearances for the Bulldogs of Mississippi Gulf Coast, 7 starts. Barry gets a round on one. It's Loriga who's got it, the third baseman over to Bryce Callaway. Against lefties, the 3-1's downstairs. That's a 2-out walk for Ben Higdon. And the 3-1 missed down and away. Gillespie tells you how much contact he makes, and he slices this out. Right field, well touched, deep, drifting back is Husser. He'll make the catch right up against the wall. That's it for the rally for the Golden Eagles in the bottom of the second. Hey, a special guest.
To not only prepare their bodies, but to maintain and sustain. I mean, we all know, just as much as you and I, how long of a season is, how many games they played. I mean, the traveling has been absolutely.
The season. I don't know that you're aware of this, but this is a team as Ty Long gets the punch out of.
But they're the ones that go through it all, and it's just really cool to see them, actually feel the reward and see it happen, firsthand within the game itself. And it ain't just me. I can get them as big and strong and powerful as I can, but if they can't hit, it don't matter. And that just in my career, it was trying to find a graduate assistantship. Well, at that time, there was a man, director of strength and conditioning here under Coach Jay Hobson named Zach Woodfin. And at that time, he also won strength conditioning coach of the year from an accredited program within the strength conditioning community. And I just thought that was some guy that I needed to, get in touch with and find any way to go on staff and figure out what he's doing, because what he's doing was an obviously continued success. And from there, I was able to, play the networking game and get in touch with some people who were in touch with him. And, by the grace of God and Coach Woodfin, they were able to have an opportunity for me in January 17. I came over here. I was with the football program. But we are truly a family. Coaches and players are down. All have been down tone pull, from the managers to the athletic trainers and things like that. So being able to have that kind of relationship in from, the first few weeks of, trying to create a position that was predicated on having a huge emphasis on the strength and conditioning portion. And you're right, in the baseball sense, that a little bit, and yeah. I do that. But it's been incredible to see him gain that much weight, that much size, do things like that. And he's just an absolute baller, man. We are so blessed to have him every day. It's what we're doing on the side to make sure they're physically dominant. And there we go.
Colin Luke's going to make a read to go to second base. Monastery gets in as Truey can't hang on to the throw. Everyone will be safe. Bases loaded now for Southern Miss. And the decision from Colin Luke.
A little surprised he tries to go to second base. That momentum's taking him towards first base. I'm not sure even with a good throw if he gets Nick right there.
As he's calling the pitches against Carson Pato. Pato rips this out in the right field. That'll score Pratt from third. Around three is Nick Monaster. He'll step in home without a throw. Runners on the corners and a 2-out, 2 RBI single for Carson Pato with the bases loaded to tie the ball game up.
Yeah, he gets the fastball up and finds a hole. And we've got a tie ball game. Coach, I'm going to put you on the spot here real quick.
Oh, no.
We've seen the power numbers. Who on this team, who's the strongest on this team this season?
All the seasons I've been here, because that's our goal, right? I'm trying to get some.
Oh, Dre Barrett puts this out in the left field. Coming on is Tristan Moore. He'll make the catch. Tagging from third is the Bull, Matthew Russo. Sacrifice fly for Dre Barrett.
2,000 calories is a lot. These guys are eating 5,000 calories just to get through one day, and they have to do it every single day just to stay where they're at within the season.
I'm doing the same thing, but unfortunately it's not working for me. We're done with 3. That's a 3-run bottom of the.
It needs to be adjusted, especially with some of our freak accidents that we've had along the way of traveling and whatnot. Having her here with this program to make sure that it's all taken care of without missing a beat has been absolutely incredible. And one thing that I absolutely love about her, other than absolutely every
breaking ball, as Cliff alluded to, 3-2 running two-seamer. This is hit out and play. Drake Barrett on the run, gets it across the diamond. Callaway thought it was hit off his foot, which would have been a foul ball. Kind of pleading his case over to his first base coach, Brooks DeBose. Ends up job by Drake Barrett, never quitting on the play, Cliff, as well.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought it kind of took a funny hop, and we'll get a good look at it here. It's hard to see. You could see it hit the turf, but did it catch part of that spike as well?
I don't think it hit his foot, but it looks like it did hit right inside that line. And they're going to call after a meeting out on the mound. Brian, the 1-2. Got him swinging down at the two-seamer.
Ball, certainly he's a big part of that.
Todd, tell me something as this ball's lifted out into right field to Carson Pato. And that's it for the Privateers. We'll hold that thought. We'll get Todd McAvicka's thoughts in the bottom of the 4th here on ESPN Plus. Jason Baker, Cliff Russell, Todd McAvicka, the strength and conditioning coach for Golden Eagle Baseball, joins us. Skylar Jones joins us as well into this ball game. The junior right-hander out of Trussville, Alabama, 6'3", 205 pounds, 89-94 with the fastball. He's going to have the slider change in his pocket as well for the Privateers as they're making a change from Hayden Odell for their left-handed starter tonight in a 3-2 ball game.
2020 season, COVID, and then moving forward with that. But one of the big things with a lot of our guys can go those extended innings if it's needed or if they're doing a really good job on the mound. And
it's done in the fall and in the summer as well.
Boy, look at Ozzie Pratt. He's heating up. A single out in the right field for Pratt. His second base knock of the night. He later came around to full count payoff pitch. Jake Cook flinched at it. It missed inside on power. Monaster swinging at the first one. Loops it out into right field. Colin Loop will make the catch. And there's defense going to shade Russo, a touch pull. Russo underneath it, skies it out into center field. Alexander Saunier on the run makes the catch, and the Golden Eagles will leave him loaded. Todd McAvicka, thank you, my man. Great stuff in the big swing and a miss that time on a big pitch from could have been a called hit run as well. Skies this, shallow right field. Carson Pato calls off Nick Monaster. There's 2 away. Full count from Josh Ock. Got him going as well. Swinging at the fastball. Boy, Ock's got that working. Over 20 inches of run out of his hand on that pitch. We had the bottom of 5. Golden Eagles still holding serve. 5 and 6 in this Golden Eagle batting order. Carson Pato going the other way. This is touched deep into left field. That'll take a bounce off the turf over the wall. Ground
lineup moving forward.
3-1 is way outside. It's a walk for Dre Barrett. Carson Petto will move up 90 feet into this ball game. It's a bullet out of the pen for the Privateers. It's Carson Kimball, the freshman out of the Woodlands, Texas. Cliff, this is a pin, and it really is what jumps out to paper when you look at the New Orleans stat sheet. They've got about 4 or 5 guys at the top of their ERA chart that all have multiple appearances. 2-2. Higdon gets a little piece of this. It'll score a run, and Higdon punched out over at first. A 4.63 DP, but the Golden Eagles. 3-0 fastball, 4-pitch walk. The Golden Eagles have all season. 1-2, big cut. Stockman will be tagged. That's it for the bottom of the 5th inning, but they get the run on the RBI off Ben Higdon's bat on the double play. 4-2, Southern Miss begins to work it kind of middle away. There it is. It starts in that left-handed batter's box. This one is lifted into right off the bat of Colin Loop. It's a single to begin the 6th. This gets past Tucker Stockman on a wild pitch, back to the backstop. And up to second. 1-2, two-seamer, back up the middle, out into center field. They are going to wave Loop around from third. Strong throw from Cook is cut off. And a run scores for the Privateers on the RBI single for Josh Ogg. Fastball climbs high. Gonzalez with a stolen base attempt, gunned down. Beautiful throw by Tucker Stockman. Kind of wonder with him sacrificing, was that just big swing and miss. Josh Ogg, the 1-2. That one popped out the mid of Tucker Stockman. Golden Eagles had a shift on the defense. They had to scamper over. That was Pratt. Tried through the front door, missed up near. I think one of the incumbent pieces that is beginning to develop into an integral piece of the pen as well is this young man, Camden Sundstrom, the freshman right-hander out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana University Lab High School. It's sinker sliders, kind of got the same repertoire as a guy named Colby Allen who's getting it done pretty well. This young man, high hopes for him, and I think he's a developing piece, Cliff.
100%. When he's got the swing and miss stuff, really good off speed to go with that fastball, Jason. I think what Coach Oz would like to see is do it more consistently, show that you can do it night in, night out when you're called upon.
Ryan Lariga will be the batter. There are 2 on, there are 2 out. Ground ball induced through the 6 hole, out into left field. Gillespie's charging. His throw's coming home, and is it in time? No. Scoring from second base is Alexander Saunier, and an RBI single for New Orleans, and they have tied this ball game up 4-4.
I forgot what you said. They're hitting with 2 out.
Christian Ostrander making that call to the pin. Cross Sibley coming into the ball game. The junior out of Summerall, Mississippi, talking with Keller Bradford before the ball game. He described Cross Sibley this weekend over in Boone, North Carolina as sharp as a tack dust clip this season. And a chopper. Dre Barrett will field it off a beautiful hop. Over to Matthew Russo. That's it for the Privateers, but they get a couple runs back on 3 hits to tie this ball game. We'll be back at the bottom of the 6th. Privateers to this moment. And that's a 4-pitch walk to begin this. Cook trying to bunt his way on. Privateers were prepared to throw. Picked by Bryce Callaway in time. Overhead. It is Sawyer Toney, the senior out of Tampa, Florida, former Golden Eagle, into this ball game. He's another one of these arms on the top end of the staff. 14 appearances on the season prior to this. 2-1 win-loss record with a 3.72 ERA. Cliff, he's been good when he can commands it. 0-2 up and in. Monastery will see that. Russo wears one off the knee. Big pitch here. 2-2. Change up from Sawyer Toney. 2-2. Change up from Sawyer Toney. The Golden Eagles will leave them loaded. That's it for the bottom of 6. Ball game still tied up. We'll return to Pete Taylor Park.
Where he did, and then buries that one right there, but leaves that one up just a little bit in the zone. Now True does a good job of putting it in to center field for that leadoff single.
Second single of the night for. You can cut the intensity with a knife. This is right back to Cross Sibley. His throw to first. The Monastery, who was covering, is in time. 2-0 fastball right to Dre Barrett. It's coming home to Tucker Stockman. In time.
Didn't get that sign as quick as Cross Sibley did, but
Saunier lifts one out into the night sky to center field. That's Jake Cook there. He'll make the catch. They had runners in scoring position with only one out. They don't get a run. 4-4.
Big hit late in this game to try to come away with the W here tonight.
It'll be tough. Here comes another good arm. It's an undershooter, the junior out of New Orleans, Louisiana, Ira Austin. A low ERA, 2.29 ERA in several appearances, Cliff.
Yeah, it's a really good one, Jason. And
he gets the swing of the miss of Ben. Slider low and away. Gillespie.
I mean, I go back to that batting average against. It's 152. That's remarkable. I don't care how many innings he's thrown.
Tucker Stockman gets a piece. This goes off the glove of the third. Stockman gets the early start. The pitch goes wide. It's a walk. Cook sends this left center field gap. Hasn't hit a homer as a Golden Eagle. He has now. A 3-run shot for Jake Cook.
What a moment right there for Jake Cook. He gets the fastball elevated, finds himself in the hitter's count, gets the fastball up, and he doesn't miss it, Jason. Puts it off the scoreboard, gives his guys a 3.
0-2, sharply hit. Colin Loop, the second baseman's got it on the turf. Gets up, throws out Matthew Russo, but not before the Golden Eagles had to run a reach on an error, a walk, and then Southern Miss, when announced, you said, of course.
Yeah, right. We've seen it. Look, we've talked about the back end of these bullpens and both of these coaches' philosophies, really, and certainly this is the guy who Christian Ostrander wants with the game on the line. And we said it. This game was going to come down to who has.
Colby Allen. First pitch swung on. Bryce Callaway through the glove of Dre Barrett out in the left field. 1-2, up the middle. Hall, slick play from Nick Monastery over to Ozzie Pratt. Ryan Loriga will come to the plate. Puts the fastball. Dre Barrett gets to this. What a play. Way to make up for it, Dre. He had the error to begin the inning, but the double play and a web gem. To the mound for the Privateers, Brooks Byers is in relief of Ira Austin. Byers, another guy up at the top of that kind of bullpen, if you will. 7th appearance of the season, 13 strikeouts across 9 innings. The senior out of Daytona Beach, Florida. And Carson swinging at the first pitch, a fastball elevated in the zone. Lifts it out to Alexander Saunier.
With just a great play for the double play. Just gives you a little bit of momentum.
Dre Barrett going the other way, off the wall. It'll be grabbed by Jelani Rogers. Barrett.
You know, we knew going into this season there was about 5 guys, as you see him coming through here with a big 1 out RBI single. But there was 5 guys for those 3 outfield spots, and he found himself odd man out through the middle of this season. And
put the banana suit on and go to the Pete. This ball skips away from Carson Evans. Ben Higdon's up to second base. 3-1 fastball. Back up through the middle. Higdon's around third. No play at home. RBI single for Davis Gillespie. It's 9-4 Southern Miss. Odom going the other way out to right field. Jelani Rogers is there. He'll make the catch. And there's two.
Tonight with runners on and 4. Now it's 7 for 21, if you will, as Ozzie Pratt goes the other way. But 4 for 11 with runners in scoring.
New pitcher into the ball game for New Orleans. This is Cole Severson, the junior out of Land O'Lakes, Florida. The lefty in to face the left-handed hitting Jake Cook. Base, it's Pratt over at first. Runners get the head start. Cook cues it, capped. Everybody is safe. That's an infield single for Jake Cook. Here is Nick Monaster with the bases juiced. Monaster skies it. Big league pop-up out into shallow center field. Alexander Saunier will make the catch, and the Golden Eagles leave them loaded, but not. 9 runs on 12 hits tonight for the Golden Eagles. 3-1, ground ball. Charging. That's Dre Barrett who will fire it across.
They can go fastball in on the hands or go back to the slider.
Back to the slider. And that's a sheet on their feet. 2-2, win secured from Colby Allen. He gets another strikeout. And the Golden Eagles put 5 up across the 7th and the 8th inning to win it. 9-4, a Jake Cook 3-run homer in the 7th. Really busted it open for Southern Miss, Cliff.
Yeah, he did. A couple big hits and big moments for this Southern Miss offense. And look, I'll go back to Carl Sibley and what he did in the middle of this game as well in a tight spot. And then he gives the ball to Colby Allen to finish this thing off. That's 6 wins in a row for this Southern Miss team, Jason. And as you said, the next 6 they've got here at Pete Taylor Park where they play so well.
Yeah, absolutely can't wait for Friday night action. By the way, Colby Allen picks up his 16th career save, 1 behind Tyler Key for 7th all-time. And the Golden Eagles saves list. For Cliff Russum, for our statistician, Marty Wyndham, special thank you to each media relation department of these respective schools for all they do to help aid these broadcasts. I'm Jason Baker on behalf of Lee Field and our entire production, graphics, and camera crew. We thank you for being a part of this broadcast tonight. 9-4 winners of the Golden Eagles. We'll see you back here inside Pete Taylor Park on Friday night on ESPN+.